Hello. Ha ha ha. So, guess who has to learn the ukulele? Yeah, that's right. It's me. Haha, I got one. On Wednesday, my director was asking what I would be bringing with me on stage in 12th Night. And so I said, a duffel bag or something like that. Something I can hide some costumes in or something like that if I wanted to, do a disguise or something like that. And he's like, okay, what else? I don't know. Do you think you'd be bringing in an instrument? I play the piano. Um, I guess I could bring on a guitar case or something like that. Oh, okay. You need to bring in a guitar. You realize I don't play the guitar, right? How about a ukulele? Sure, why not? I'm not very good at it, but I did learn a little bit about strumming on Friday. My friend Naomi is letting me borrow her ukulele. Alex lent it to Naomi, and Naomi is now lending it to me, so really this thing is just making the rounds. Apparently, it does not have a name, so maybe I should name it. Naming instruments is something that I don't know if all musicians do it, but quite a few of my friends in Rosebud do it. I kind of like Ralph. Oh, we finished our first week of rehearsals. I am so tired. I figured it out. I think I've driven a minimum of about 144 kilometers every day since Sunday. So I'm going to be saying that I'm tired a lot. However, this being tired does make a difference. I have noticed it in my voice already. Especially on the days I often will open the coffee shop and then drive to Rosebud. Sorry, I'm tired. Thoughts are going to be interesting. I will open the coffee shop, work about an 8-hour shift, and then I might have an hour or two off. And then I will have to drive to Red Deer, do rehearsals, drive back so that I can open again the next morning. It does make for very long days and a very short night, so I will be saying that I'm incredibly tired pretty much every single time I talk to you. It does have a purpose, me saying I'm tired, other than whining about it. It means that I'm being aware of where my voice is at and that I probably shouldn't be doing a ton of extra talking. So if I'm ignoring you, it's probably just because I'm trying to rest my voice. It's going to be 2 very big shows. They are both outdoors, which means that I have to project. We do have mics, which help, but I can't rely on my mics. I need to carry, my voice needs to carry, and I do know how to do that safely, but that also does mean that there will be more strain. The singing will also add to that as well too. So that just means that I need to be super careful with my voice for a long time. My voice has been quite prone to getting tired ever since last year. I went through a huge stressful time in the last year of my schooling, and since then I've just found that my voice tires very easily. I've also been in quite a few shows where I've had to do a lot of screaming, and I think that might be a contributing factor to how easily my voice tires out. So I'm just being careful. Another thing about my voice being tired, I'm feeling a bit stressed. It's just, there's a lot with these 2 shows. It's good and I'm really excited about it, but there's just a lot. There's fight choreography that I need to learn. There's going to be dance choreography. I'm learning a ukulele, learning to play the ukulele. I don't know how to talk about it. I have to sing, and that's on top of actually having to perform, memorize, act, apparently. So it's good, and it's all things that I'm very excited about, but that is just, it's a lot on my plate. Plus, on top of that, I am working, and apparently I have a life with people who are just going through a lot of stuff, myself included. There's a lot of stuff going on, and if you know me, I'm a very sympathetic, empathetic person, and when my friends are going through things and they're hurting, I want to fix it. But I can't. And that's really hard for me. My dad had an image when I was younger. When you're at a crime, like a scene of an accident, you do your best, and if somebody's injured, you get them into the ambulance, but at some point you have to pat the doors and let them go. And I struggle with that. I struggle with the letting go, letting whatever you end up believing in. I believe in God. And so if it's letting God take over, it's letting go, it's realizing that I can't fix it. I can't make it into a storybook ending. Life isn't perfect, which I know you all know. As much as we wish our lives would fold out like movies, you know, somebody miraculously gets better, or somebody loves you, or you get that awesome scholarship and you can play soccer for the rest of your life, or you find the magic ring and become a hero, or you get your letter from Hogwarts. Things don't wrap up with a happily ever after. And no matter what scenario you're looking for. But I have faith that there's something more, and that everything that I go through, and that I can help my friends and family through, even if it's just being the support, or just sitting there and listening, or just simply sitting there, just knowing that you're not alone, it's worth it. But I mean, I look at some of the things that I've gone through and who that's made me, and I like myself. And that's something I wasn't able to say for a very, very, very long time. But I do. I like myself, and I wouldn't be the person I am if I hadn't gone through things. And I know this sounds like a lot of cliches, not apologizing. Somehow it's worth it. It's what we choose to cling to. And I cling to hope. Some people might say that makes me a fool. But you know what? That's what makes it easier to get up in the morning. I know I said that this vlog was totally going to be about acting. But for me, acting, I learn so much about myself. I can look at almost every single show and say that I learned something from each show. Mary's Wedding, I learned that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to move on. It sucks, but it's okay to move on. In The Great Divorce, I saw a reflection of myself in the character that I played, the not wanting to be in the spotlight, but wanting to be noticed. Like I said in my last video, that's what I saw in myself, and that was a realization that, you know, maybe there are the times when I need to step forward and take the spotlight and not just sit around and hope that somebody will notice me. I played Bottom last year in Midsummer Night's Dream, and that just taught me to be bold, that I don't need to apologize for who I am. I don't need everybody to like me, and that it's okay to just show who you are. I don't need to be the wallflower in order to not create ripples or something. I don't know. So basically, acting ends up becoming this really big form of therapy for myself. I do learn something new about myself in pretty much every single show, no matter what. Sometimes it's how I something about myself. Sometimes it's how I interact with the world or with other people. But at the end of the day, I always learn something. And in that way, I do acting as a selfish reason because I do learn so much about myself. However, a big part of acting for me is sharing stories. And there's always the hope that each story will just touch at least one person, and hopefully they will see something that I've worked on and I'm able to portray something, and hopefully they'll see something that will give them courage. Maybe somebody may have seen me in The Great Divorce and saw that, yes, I want to step into the spotlight, but I'm scared. I don't want people to see me if I fall into the spotlight. But I saw that in this show, and maybe, just maybe, I can take that chance. I can take that risk. And I guess that's what life is. It's taking a risk. I'm taking a risk on a show, doing a lot of things that I'm insecure about. I'm learning an instrument, I'm singing, and I have to be vulnerable. Where are my vulnerable moments as Regan? Where are Festi's vulnerable moments? And can I show that? I really hope that I can. And maybe people seeing me taking these risks and talking about it, if they come to see the show after watching these vlogs, maybe it'll be a bit of a push to take a risk of your own. To, do something that you're afraid of. I'm afraid of vlogging because I feel like a silly person talking to myself. But at the same time, these are totally for myself. That's okay. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all on Wednesday. And make sure you like and subscribe down below. Have a great night, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I don't know. I need to go to bed. There's so much for going to bed early.